And we are live. Hello. Happy Friday. Let me know how you're feeling today. Are you feeling good? Are you happy it's Friday? Let's see. Hey, Anthony, Scott, Gary, Damar. Ooh. Let me know how y'all feeling today. So this is podcast number 3. And the whole point of me doing this podcast is for me to talk about stuff that I usually can't talk about on my reaction videos, usually because sometimes it has something to do with the reaction videos, but sometimes it don't. Hey, Skates. So I want to know how y'all doing today. This is also a way for me to check in with you guys live to see how you're doing, to get to chat with you guys. Because a lot of times when we do the live stream, we're listening to music, we're jamming out, and the comment section is just moving so fast. Hey, Paul. And it's moving so fast that I can't really interact with you guys, but it's also just another way of expressing myself. And speaking of expressing oneself, today's podcast topic is about the thrill is gone. And this morning I was talking to T, and I was just like, some things aren't as fun as they used to be. And I had the thought that it's like once you become an adult, like the threshold to becoming an adult is like the fun being sucked out of everything. And I was feeling a way this morning because there's so many things that I want to do, but I sometimes feel as if maybe I don't have time to do it. But the main thing is the fun things that I do, they become like a job. So I'll give you an example, because that's what's happening with the YouTube channel for me. But as many of you may or may not know, I started YouTube a very long time ago. YouTube was a place I came to express myself. I wasn't doing reaction videos. I was doing talking videos. And it really was like a diary for me. When I was going through things in my life, I would just come on here and talk. And I started building a community. And a lot of people were feeling the way that I felt. And YouTube was just for fun. It was just a way of an expression. It was a hobby. It was nothing more than that. And then other people would see my videos and they would be like, oh, you should do this, or I don't think you should do it this way. I think you should do it that way. And I let people really dictate how I do things. And even YouTube, like feeding the algorithm, and it really took the fun out of it. And a place that I came to what's the word, gain some resolve or just express myself, no longer was that place. It was more of me giving, and not really doing it for me. And so when I was talking to T about it this morning, I was like, I noticed that happens in a lot of things now. Now that I'm older, I dance salsa, and it was another one of those things that alleviated stress for me, just like YouTube. It was a place I could go, dance my cares away, and that somehow turned into a job for me. I end up enjoying it so much. I was like, when the instructors was like, you should join the team, and I joined the team, and all I know is it was no longer fun. And I was like, how did this happen? Like, I'm dreading going to class now. And then not only did I had to go to class. I had to go to practice. I had to practice for performances. I had to buy costumes, and then I had to volunteer my time at the studio. And like, I couldn't put my finger on it at first. I was like, why is this no longer fun for me? And it got to a point where I had to quit. And I was, like I said, I was talking to T about it this morning, and it's like the threshold to being an adult is like the fun being taken out of everything. And I'm not enjoying things like I used to. And like, even with some of the music, I'm letting comments get to me. I'm letting people tell me how I should do things. And I know it's like a form of people pleasing because, I want to make everyone happy, but I'm not happy. And so I was talking to him about how can I make this fun for me. And doing this podcast is one of those things where whether people tune in or not, I'm able to express myself without having to uh, do something else. You know what I mean? So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, about having fun again, So, hey, Scott, howdy. We got two Scotts in here. Scott number 2. Anthony said, I'm a 38-year-old big kid. Damar says, that's how it is when we're getting older, and once we really chase our dreams and goals, after a while you realize that it's not the same. Scott said, oh, the dance. I thought we were talking about nachos for a second. Skate said, everything is good in moderation. Too much of it becomes tedious. Yeah, I think so. And that's how I'm starting to feel with YouTube. I was telling T, like, I feel like my life revolves around YouTube now. Like, every day, the conversation is about YouTube. And we have to create so much content that it's like I can't even do the videos that I want to do sometimes. And I think it was yesterday or the day before, I just chose like 3 videos that I wanted to do myself. And I said I'm going to upload them. You know what I mean? And I think that's why sometimes as adults there are so many unhappy people, and you try to pinpoint, why am I so unhappy? And it's like, the thing is, it's like every hobby or every enjoyment has to be turned into a job, or it is also the hustle culture. And it's like, why can't I just have fun with this? You know what I mean? And I understand, we have obligations and stuff like that, and it's not to say don't take care of your responsibilities, but not allowing the joy to be sucked out of everyday life. So I said I'm gonna find a way to bring that joy back into everything I do, especially YouTube, because this was something that was fun for me. And so I might not, because for a while I stopped reading comments, and I might get back to that, or just might read comments from people that I know. But I want to put the fun back into this, so it might mean less videos, who knows. But yeah, that's what I want to do. You and T should check out the movie Pure Country. I already did. I watched that movie. It's on my Patreon. I probably should watch it again. And see, the thing about that, even with the movies, like sometimes I just want to watch a movie and then it's like, oh, I should wait and watch it so I can put it on Patreon. And then it's like I can't just chill and watch a movie. It's like everything. And then also, I think I need to like get off social media too. I think I'm on social media too much. Like, even with, I think because I'm a perfectionist too, and then it's just like, oh, I should do this, but it has to be aesthetically pleasing, or I have to do this, that, and the third. And like, even with this podcast today, I said, I'm not going to do my hair. I'm just going to throw a hat on. And I was about to come on here with a bonnet on. Because I was like, sometimes I don't care. And sometimes I just want to talk to y'all or talk to people. And I really think that's my ministry because even when I worked a 9 to 5, people would come and talk to me all the time. And I enjoyed it, you know, just like that connection with people. And that's what makes this fun for me. That's what makes YouTube fun for me, like finding connections with people that I normally wouldn't have a chance of meeting in everyday life, connecting on things and finding out how we're so similar and talking about things we enjoy. And I think that's also a key. I think a lot of times, especially after COVID happened, a lot of connections were lost, and communicating with other people and just finding that likeness with each other, finding that that heart to heart connection, because we might look totally different on the outside, but like when you start talking to people, you'll realize you have the same things in common. You like the same foods. You know, we talk about food all the time on this channel. And so I really think that's my ministry, and I want to get back to it, and finding out how I can do that without really overthinking it. So Anthony said, depression sucks. I let a lot of things take my joy away. This channel brought a smile back to me. Your channel gave me family I do adore. Oh, Anthony, that means the world to me. Thank you. I agree. And I'm glad that our channel was able to do that for you, because that's really what it's about, like connecting with people. And music, I think, is one of the easiest and best ways to do it. I watch a lot of documentaries and stuff like that. And I think I mentioned it before, but they were saying like how some music and some notes have like healing properties. So I definitely want to explore more of that on the channel. And it's not really like changing the content, it's just adding more content that I think is valuable, and it really helps me out too. You know what I mean? Demar said, we make each other laugh and make fun of each other too. Yes. Hey, Chantel. You continuing to have fun is what makes it fun for us. Don't let the trolls win. I know. I keep having to tell myself that, you know, but when it comes to certain music, it bothers me because there's things that I want to talk about. Like what I discovered last week when I did the podcast about the divisiveness how music isn't divisive, people are. And I really discovered how many of the jazz musicians were activists. And that was something that I spoke about. And I know too many people weren't interested. They just want to hear the music and move on. But like some of the comments like really bothered me. And I feel like if you don't learn from stuff in the past, it's like how can you move forward, you know? And I love having conversations with people, and I wish that we could have more conversations without people getting so up in armed. Like people go from 0 to 100, and I really want to create like a safe space where everyone can put their thoughts out there, put their facts out there, and their opinions as well without brah. You know what I mean? Ultimately, that's what it should be about. Do what you enjoy. Screw the algorithm. Screw YouTube. Screw the people commenting. If they don't like it or they don't respect that others, you don't need them. I agree, Skates. I agree. And I think that's what I'm going to do more on this channel. So, and then like even the Patreon, I have like more freedom to do that. So if y'all interested in the Patreon, it only starts at $1. And I'm gonna be putting some, different kind of reactions on there as well. I did a Black Hawk reaction. I never heard of Black Hawk before, and I stumbled upon them, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And it might be blocked by YouTube, so I was like, I'm just gonna put it on Patreon. So that'll be up today. What genre of music have you liked the most since starting this, and what music don't you like no matter how much you've tried? I really despise death metal, because I don't know what they're saying. And it, like, some of it is like, I think for shock value, and it doesn't really have any real musical aspects to it. The other genres that I really enjoy is rock and roll. And just, I love the history behind it. I really wish that so many of the content wasn't blocked. And y'all know I enjoy country music, but I also want to explore new country music as well. And y'all know I like R&B and soul, and but I have always liked that. So, oh, Anthony said why I wanted to game in anime. Tasha, just me wanting to hang out with you and T. You're my sis, Tasha. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I definitely said the gaming thing is definitely something we want to do, but that's the thing, because I know it would just be so much fun, and I could just do it. We have so much content from the Adventures of TNT, and then our other channel, TNT Podcast, that it's like, it almost feels like it's not enough time. So yeah, it's definitely something that is on the back of my mind. Tasha, hey Mark, I find so much joy watching your reactions. You and T look to be a perfect couple. Nah, we ain't perfect. Your emotions and comments are beautiful. I'm an old man and always look forward to my daily dose of Tasha. Thank you, Mark. You're young at heart. Chantel says Black Hawk was 90s country and when groups were more popular. It's crazy because I was like, I don't have any Black Hawk reactions. Maybe we did them live, but I don't remember. So the songs that I did were really good. They were really good. Damar says, not into death metal either, or duck metal. What the heck is duck metal? I love T Cookie Monster animation. Hilarious. Best cure for what you're going through is laughter, and a good laugh is Rodney Carrington. If I'm the only one you ever loved video. Yeah, you know what? I think doing more comedy too, which will again have to be on the Patreon. And Dawn, I don't know if because some of y'all aren't on Patreon, but I did a reaction to the Blue Comedy Tour, which was so much fun. That's on Patreon. But you know that can't be uploaded to YouTube, and so I go through this like conundrum of doing certain reactions because I know it's not gonna make it. So yeah, definitely put more comedy, do more comedy and stuff like that. But I also need to be more active too. Disco Duck, oh my god. Sarah, hey Sarah. Sarah says, Tasha, do what you feel is right. When you do that, you will be happy. This is yours. You own it. If someone doesn't do what is right for them, you'll never be happy. That's so true. I hope that makes sense. I love you. I love you too. I love all y'all. Morning, Mr. Dirty. Definitely. So that's what I'm going to do more of. Do more of what I love, but it also might mean like less content as well. So yeah, just finding a way to insert joy and finding that inner child like things that I used to love to do. I told T like we should go skating one day, and I bought me some rollerblades. The only thing is like you want to do stuff you did when you was a child, but then you have adult bones. And the last time we went skating, my shins were hurting. Oh, I should visit y'all on Discord. Yeah, you know what, T was telling me that, but it's just one more thing, one more app. It's on my phone, but it's just like, I got so many apps and so many social media things. It's like, ooh, I need simplicity. I need to simplify stuff. Ooh, Anthony, I can't. Okay. Maybe not for months for me, but it hurts for days. And I sure did. I fell. I fell. Stephen Wright and George Wallace, favorite comedians. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. Scott said, I did this about 10 years ago. I used to roller skate, but hadn't for like 25 years. I skated into a wall, had to go to the hospital. Oh my gosh. Jeez. I don't want to be going to the hospital. But yeah, I might do something like that. Put my roller skates on. But I want to make the channel, more fun. But it might not be fun for everybody. But we'll see. So that's my podcast today. Like sometimes these podcasts might consist of me just shooting the shit or breathing on the microphone and checking in with y'all, see how y'all doing. Oh, that's okay. Paul Magnolia is doing some housework. I need to I did some yesterday. Will Philo get his disco card a few nights ago? Oh, well, Philo did get his disco card. How'd he get a disco card? I need a disco card. Yeah, I need to do more disco too. I love disco. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. How The joy has been ripped from so many things in adulthood, and just bringing the joy back into my life, and hopefully joy into your life as well. I'm so glad that me doing reactions helped so many of you. I appreciate you guys coming here, chatting with me, and yeah, it's just a work in progress. How did he win a disco? When did y'all have a disco battle? Anthony, what kind of games you play? Oh, he beat T. Oh, okay. What's so funny with like the battles? I wanted to do a wall of shame, and I want to see if I can still do it, and then put T on the wall of shame since he lost the battle. One of T's 2 a.m. streams. That is so funny. Wall of shame. I came up in the chill panel stream. Oh, that's cool. I want to see. I think that's is it Streamlabs? I want to see how he does that, so I can see if I could do that too. But yeah. The chat voted disco is the genre to wow. Mr. Dirty said, I want T's metal card. Yoink. That is so funny. I think for tonight's stream, I don't know. I might be late to tonight's stream. We'll see. Streamlabs. Okay. All right. Well, that's all I had to talk about for today. And if you have any ideas or you want to talk about anything, or maybe next week I'll do a Q&A. Yeah, I think next Friday I'm going to do a Q&A. So if you want to ask some questions, I guess when this video is over, you can leave them in the comments. And we'll go from there. Yeah, I sure did take it. T has no cards left. He has no cards left. Metal Mark says, thankfully no wall of shame for me. Undefeated. Maybe time to retire. I don't think T gonna let me do a wall of shame, because he'll have to be up there if that's the case. That's funny. Okay, well, I'm about to go take a walk, enjoy the great outdoors, and I hope you guys have a fabulous day. I'll see you tonight, probably around 9 o'clock, and have a good day. Insert some joy into your life. Find the joy in your life, and I will make sure to do the same. So that's today's message. Sending good vibes to everyone on this Friday afternoon. And I'll see you tonight on our live stream. Ta-ta.